This week is going to be a very exciting week because this week I am exclusively only using the OnePlus 9 Pro phone. And this is going to be so exciting because I've done so many phone reviews before, but never have I just exclusively used an Android device for an entire week. I have been using this phone since the day that it came out. A huge thank you to OnePlus for sponsoring this video and giving me this really fun idea for a video. It's so funny seeing you guys react to my tweets on Twitter when you saw audible gasp sent from an Android. I've done phone reviews before, but this is gonna be very, very different. I also asked you guys on Twitter for some suggestions on things that I should know going into this. You guys gave me some advice, you gave me some cool apps to test out. And one of the things that my biggest concern was is how am I going to be transferring my photos to my phone as seamlessly as I was before? I think the best advice that I'd received is using Google Photos and then also just using the Telegram app, because with that, I'm able to send myself photos and they'll be high quality and I can just download them directly from there. With that little piece of information, I am set to go. The thing that I have really loved a lot about this phone so far is the Hasselblad camera system. These are so incredible. The fact that Hasselblad and OnePlus have kind of co-developed not only these lenses, but the technology inside of the phone. There's a really cool Pro mode feature that we're gonna be testing out later this week. You guys might know Tyler, he edits a lot of these videos and he's actually shooting this right now. We're gonna be going out and doing kind of like a little photo shoot. So I'm excited to see his take on this as a pro photographer himself and testing out the Pro mode inside of this phone. Well, for now, I'm gonna start this video off by filming my first video for this video on the phone. I don't wanna shoot it in 8K, but the fact that I can shoot in 8K is pretty exciting. And we are off to the races. Look at me, racing. Day one with the OnePlus 9 Pro. So I think what I'm gonna do is post this picture on Instagram and see if people can guess which camera I took it with. Since this is day one, everyone's kind of speculating. They're like, which phone is she using for the week? This is it, my friends. Let's see who can guess. We've been causing quite a stir on Twitter because my first tweet from this morning was, I forget what it was, but the important fact was it was sent from an Android device, and people are going crazy. They just can't believe it. They can't believe it's true. Rich never thought he'd see the day. The day is here, Rich. It's here. The guesses are rolling in. We've already got some correct ones. OnePlus 9 Pro. There we go, there we go. Another OnePlus 9 Pro, OnePlus. That's a lot of responses. I don't ever ask questions very often. Should I share a response to them? Should I write back? Like, yeah, you're right, dude. Not yet. They can't know yet. We'll wait until tomorrow. I should probably go make a TikTok now. Should always be making TikToks. Maybe I'll just go watch TikTok.
Girl, don't do it. It's
cashiers at the grocery. There once was a cat with a hungry belly. The name of the cat was Whiskers Jelly.
So right now I'm shooting in 8K. It's really wild to think that cell phones now are capable of shooting in this high quality of video. I'm excited. I'm gonna shoot a feature film maybe. Working on the script right now as we speak. So now here's 8K zoomed out a little bit. Is it a little wider of an angle? Here's my feature film. I've started it. I'm gonna start shooting it here. This is where it will start. This is probably where it'll end. It's very short feature. We're making a dog cake. This was a very long time ago.
What does it say? Bake approximately for 25 to 30 minutes or until a toothpick inserted into the center comes out. I think it's basically the same. It's a cake.
Another fun day with the OnePlus 9 Pro. I'm off on a hike right now. It is so beautiful. Today we're actually filming all day, so I thought I would try to get out early and enjoy some nature, take some photos, just get outside before I'm stuck inside all day. The stabilization on this is really nice. I love having like the wide angle lens. Looks really good. I also hear a beehive somewhere. I was gonna try to find it, but it's probably not something I should be doing. We're doing photo testing now. It's a pretty windy day. This Hasselblad camera system is amazing. Let's take my first selfie with this beautiful hair.
Because it's not portrait mode, but look at the depth of field.
That's actually incredible. Color me impressed. Let's get those filters on.
Yeah.
Wow, super macro? Super macro. Look at this piece of fuzz. Look at that.
Go get some pictures of like some coffee, or
Do you want pictures of coffee, or is that because you want coffee? You want coffee. Do you want coffee? Where can we go to get coffee? Do you think I need a coffee? I don't know. It's hard to say. We can get a coffee. I like coffee. Okay, we've got copywritten music happening, but this is my favorite coffee shop. This is Good People Coffee. I got a chai latte. I'm happy. So I thought I would get outside, get some fresh air, and try a new hike. This is supposed to have turtles. There's supposed to be turtles here, and I don't see any yet. Wow, look at your body and face. It's cool. Hey, can I get rabies from this? I don't feel like I'm a threat, but do you feel like I'm a threat?
so much.
Do you have an itch that I can assist you with? Hey Maddie, are you a good boy? Another day with the OnePlus 9 Pro. We are going for a walk right now. It's so nice outside. I sometimes take for granted the Los Angeles weather because it's like every day is usually a nice day. Is every day a nice hair day? That's up for debate. Fun week with the OnePlus 9 Pro, and honestly the transition was incredibly easy. I mean, basically all I had to do was swap my SIM, and really the only difference was for recipients of my messages because they were now turned into text messages, but a lot of my friends actually use Telegram or WhatsApp, so I did end up using a lot of those apps to continue conversations so that I'd be able to have those on my computer and on my phone, and all of the conversations were very seamless. I actually use Telegram a lot for photo transfers because I would be on my computer and then I would just Telegram myself, and I could download those full high-res videos and photos to be able to post on Twitter or on Instagram. Using Google Photos, I was able to sync all of the content from my computer to my phone, so everything was also very consistent there. The thing that I really am just so in love with is this display. So the OnePlus 9 Pro has this new Fluid Display 2.0, and this is an all-new generation of advanced mobile display that integrates LTPO technology that allows you to have lightning-fast touch response for gaming, and they're calling this Hyper Touch. So with Hyper Touch, it's allowing you to get 6 times faster syncing in gaming. So just imagine if you're playing a first-person shooter like PUBG, you're gonna have a significant advantage over other people who do not have this Hyper Touch display. Typical syncing speeds between the processor and display is 60 or 120 hertz, but with Hyper Touch, they've been able to increase it to 360 hertz. That is a pretty significant increase in response time, and if you've ever played any type of first-person shooter video games, you will know that that is one of the most important things. So this is the Morning Mist color, and this one is probably my favorite, but I was very, very surprised because OnePlus sent me the Pine Green to check out. So I had no idea they were sending this one, and when I saw the color, I was like, oh, look at this. This is such a pretty color. It's actually kind of like more of a teal with like a little hint of blue, kind of. I also like that it has kind of a matte finish, whereas this one is super reflective. I do love the morning mist color, but I feel like this matte looks really good on camera too. So they also have the stellar black version, and the specs on this device, you can choose between 8 or 12 gigs of RAM, 128 or 256 gigs of storage. It has a 4500 milliamp hour battery, and this display is a 6.7 inch 120 hertz display. I know I've been talking so much about that. If you've never experienced a 120 hertz display before, it is so seamless and quick, and everything is just so smooth. So this LTPO technology is able to cut the OnePlus 9 Pro's display power consumption by up to 50% thanks to their smart 120 hertz feature, which will automatically match the refresh rate to the current user scenario. So it can go as low as 1 hertz if you're just viewing photos or reading, to 24 hertz if you're watching movies, and then even as high as 120 hertz when you're scrolling. So with this is definitely saving you battery life. Speaking of battery life, the other thing that I was very impressed with is how fast I could charge this phone using Warp Charge 65T. You can go from 1 to 100% in just 29 minutes. And this was actually quite helpful because I had actually forgot to charge this one day, and as I was heading out the door I was like, no! So I gave myself an extra 15 minutes, and that basically gave me enough charge to last the rest of the day. The OnePlus 9 Pro is able to achieve these speeds because it's using a custom 4500 milliamp battery with an improved dual cell design to reduce internal resistance and heating while charging. So this gives the OnePlus 9 Pro the ability to charge at higher outputs for an extended period of time to fill up the battery faster. There's also Warp Charge 50 wireless, which is also very impressive. I also really love the way that this charger looks. So not only will it charge my phone 1 to 100% in about 43 minutes, but it also looks really great. So if you guys know me, or if you've watched any of my videos before, you know that smartphone cameras are my absolute favorite thing to test. So when OnePlus announced this collaboration with Hasselblad, I mean, all of us camera nerds were super excited about this. The new Hasselblad Pro mode is bringing Hasselblad level sensor calibration to a smartphone for the first time. We're getting that iconic Hasselblad color performance and accuracy right here in the palm of our hands. So I took a bunch of photos and videos, obviously testing this out, but I really was quite surprised, even with the depth mode, it was also able to take some incredible portraits of my dog. Something else that Tyler, who helps edit and shoot my videos, we went out and took some photos, and we were so impressed with the way that you were able to manually adjust the focus. We got a couple really great shots demoing that too. Also, can we talk about macro mode? I'm not a big fan of ants, but let me tell you what, I'm pretty fascinated by the fact that I was able to capture them this up close and personal using the macro lens on the OnePlus 9 Pro. So as far as video, you guys can actually shoot 8K. And I love being able to also simultaneously take photos while I'm capturing 8K or 4K footage.
I made it to the halfway point, and I thought I would test out shooting in 8K. So here's some incredible 8K footage on the OnePlus 9 Pro.
Something else that's really amazing is you're able to take 12-bit RAW photos, and some people may not be familiar with what an actual RAW image is. This is giving you so much more data to be able to work with, like adjusting the highlights or the lowlights. So if you're just shooting a regular JPEG image, this is something that you would not be able to do in post. Something else that I've loved about this phone is how quick the in-screen fingerprint reader was. Unfortunately, we still are in a time where masks are a thing. Just being able to pull my phone out of my pocket and just touch the screen is honestly something that I've really missed. And that is such a simple, small feature that I feel like is very common in a lot of phones. I really loved it. Everything has been running very smooth. I've gamed, I've created content, I have done all of my social media over the past week, basically on this device. I've watched an absurd amount of TikTok. I'm not proud of it, but hey, it's what I like to do and spend my time doing. I've enjoyed playing games. I tested out the PUBG Mobile, which is one of the games that takes advantage of the Hyper Touch feature. And not all games are currently supporting that, but the ones that do, you better believe that having Hyper Touch is gonna give you a very large competitive advantage. I mean, honestly, I've not played PUBG Mobile in a very long time, and my performance was astounding. You would think that I was a professional. Maybe I am a professional, who knows? The 5G connectivity was incredibly fast. I have a T-Mobile SIM card in here, and everywhere I went, I feel like I was pretty well covered. Overall, I had a really great experience, and I had such a fun week kind of getting to test this out and sort of see this phone in a whole new light.
This is kind of my favorite part of the hike, It's leading you up towards the midway point of like Overlook, but I love this little trail. It just looks so cool. And it's such a perfect little walk up. And then you're greeted with, hey, guess what? You're almost done with this.
Hey,
Hello?
do you remember that one place that we used to go to eat at on Montana?
They closed a long time ago.
Okay, well, that's unfortunate.
Yeah. Like 3 years ago, 4 years ago. Very long time ago.
Where have I been? I don't know, it's weird. Because I was just looking for it, and I did find a nice sweater. Each piece is $30. Each piece is $30. That is actually a deal. You might want, touch that. I know. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I had such a fun week testing out the OnePlus 9 Pro. Thank you again to OnePlus for sponsoring this video. This was such a fun video to put together, and I hope that you guys enjoyed it.